Well, hello traders, welcome to the weekly commentary. I hope you had a good trading week. Let's have a look through the markets and see what's going on. Before I do that, I just updated a few of the tools. A couple of you guys have caught on to that already. So, trade panel, seems all the problems seem to have been ironed out. The tutorials are there on YouTube. I made a channel up for that, so I've been spending all week making those tutorial videos, and I'm going to continue work with the tutorial material for the battle station and the chart generator because I actually didn't get a chance to do that. Just wanted to complete the tools first. So they're there. They're working fairly well, and good feedback from the community. So if you're interested in using those, I've updated all the files on the website, so you can either use the tools link in the war room, or you can go to the forum there and download the files from there. Just make sure you update the DLL file as well. That's important. Okay, so let's have a look and see what's been going on in the markets while I've been busy playing around with these tutorials. Euro US dollar. It's technically in an uptrend here, so we only really want to be buying. So I did put at the chart of the day. I think we're looking for buy signals here. I don't remember seeing anything. Oh yeah, we do have one here. Okay, so that's a decent 4-hour buy signal. So if you caught on to that, that would have been not too bad. Potentially, if you're using the split money management system, then you would be risk-free now. So I know a couple of you guys are taking advantage of that. So that would have been a risk-free going into the weekend. We had one here actually as well on a pullback. So they're working out quite nicely. There's one down here. So the battle station is actually doing a really good job on this 4-hour chart, picking out those buy signals. Obviously the sell signals here aren't working out too well. But if you're sticking with the buy signals pulling back on higher lows, you're doing okay, except for this guy here. Okay, that didn't work out. Okay, so pound. The pound is a little overextended here, I think. We've had a pretty aggressive move upwards. No surprise there because we did find some weekly support down there as we discussed. But pound's basically recovering. I think we should just probably wait for a pullback as well. Around this area here would be a nice swing level there for a buy signal to form. But yeah, I don't think it's right to be selling just yet to go for a mean reversion, although it is gapped a little bit away from the mean. It's not some sort of extreme gap where you would say, okay, a correction's imminent. But yeah, probably wouldn't be interested in selling till we actually get to a critical resistance level like that on the weekly chart. Until then, hang in there for those buy signals. And the US dollar Swiss franc gradually gliding down just under these EMAs here. Simply just watch for any sell signals that do form on lower highs. And let's see what's going on here. We didn't really get any. Oh, we did get one here. I guess that could work out. We had an outside candle there as well in the 4-hour. I'm not really liking the 4-hour charts, in recent times. Actually, I'm not really into them. I actually do prefer those 8-hour charts, but got to get into the quantitative analysis side of that. I really want to dig in and do some data mining on those 8-hour charts, but because they're a custom time frame, that's a little bit of work involved in that. So that's what I'm working towards anyway. So yeah, US dollar, Swiss franc, sell those lower highs, and the US dollar yen. Been a market that I've been shying away from this week. I haven't really been doing any commentary or anything on it, but yeah, you can see you've got a bit of whipsawing action here. I'm not sure where this market's trying to go. Is it going to hold under that resistance area there, or is it actually going to punch through? Let's get the weekly chart out. The weekly chart tells us a very different story. We can see 2 weeks in a row we've had rejection of lower prices there. So weekly chart is projecting prices higher. And that makes sense here. We've had a very strong up move. Here's our correction. Okay, we've made a higher low there, and now we're building up strength again off that higher low. I don't really see any level there though, but these weekly candles do have a bit of strength behind them. So most likely, I think we're going to see a break higher. We've got a bit of a flag pattern there happening as well. It's already really broken. Why isn't the battle station marking that? Yeah, so I guess you could say the flag's broken there. Yeah, I guess we could say, yeah, yeah, I'm probably leaning now towards more the bullish side of anything. Um, Probably just wait for the market to make a little break higher and buy any pullbacks on higher lows there, any signals that do form on higher lows there, because we're in a bit of a messy situation here. We could see a retracement next week before it picks up. You could just take, like I said, just take a shot at any higher lows that do form with reversal signals there. Some people do like to take the retracement of the weekly candle. That's fine. Give that a stab. US dollar CAD. Yeah, not really interested in that at the moment. Not sure what's going on there. Just a lot of heavy whipsawing going on around that trend line structure. So yeah, it looks like a very hostile market to be trading at the moment. This guy here obviously was pretty profitable, but other than that, nothing's appealing here. Appealing in this area right now. US dollar, Singapore dollar. I did post a signal on the 8-hour chart that I seen. It was right about there. I think it was encapsulated in that reversal candle there. But we did get a spike down and a slingshot the other way. So that spike down cleared out the stops. So that's a shame. But we had a pretty strong level through there. Okay, you can see that on the 8-hour chart. And unfortunately, the market just did do that like stop run-esque kind of move and slingshotted high there. So what can we do now? We're coming up against some pretty strong resistance there, so any decent sell signals to do form there could be a nice opportunity. The Aussie dollar really doing nothing this week and just floating up here on these high highs. Again, we're in a bullish market. There's no overextension or any reason to sell, so just buy those higher lows if they do form with signals. And New Zealand dollar, this was pointed out to me. I didn't notice this, but it seems like we do have a trend line structure developing. We've got 3 points of contact there, and we can see that there's a bounce there. So potentially we may see a reversal off that trend line structure. However, I don't think it's a very strong signal, to be honest, and I think we may see a bit of a move, but I think the market will probably pick up off higher lows here, so I'd be more inclined to watch for that. So just wait for retracements. Any strong signals off those higher lows, sure, we can buy into that, but selling here, yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, I think it'll be an aggressive move. I don't think the authority is in the setup there of a bearish move or a bearish reversal setup. Sorry, so I'm gonna pass. Excuse me, pass on selling there. The Aussie New Zealand dollar absolutely going downtown here, breaking back below that trend line structure here. Actually, it's not really doing anything for us now, so we can remove it. So the market is not respecting that. So heading back down towards this support here. So we'll just get the weekly chart out to check that out. What's going on with my phone? Battle station sending stuff. Yeah, so yeah, that's a very critical support level. So I'd be inclined to watch for the market to test that, and any strong buy signals that do form there, that would be a very nice strong weekly level to actually buy off there. There's with the new trade panel, you can do some cool stuff with it. I mean, there's been a little bit of chat, about buying off these major levels. You can do it. I mean, you could set just a buy limit there and just do a touch trade basically. With a panel, you could, I don't know, you could put you'd have to guesstimate your stop loss really based off the average trading range or something like that. But you could sell the panel to move to break even when it hits 1-to-1. So if you want to try that touch trading out, I mean, it's purely experimental, but I mean, some people do it. But if you want to try and catch a bounce right at the level there, you could actually use the panel and say enter here, and when we get to 1-to-1, move my stop to break even. I mean, that's something I've been thinking about. So I don't know, maybe we'll try that on demo or something. We'll see. Okay, euro pound, obviously very bearish. to sell lower highs there. The Euro Aussie consolidating on that range level there, and pretty strong support. Already attempted to break down lower but failed. So I think the market's just consolidating here. I still think we're probably going to see a break higher out of this. I think we're going to see it. Pretty messy though. Euro, New Zealand dollar. I'm not sure where this market is heading to. I think we're going to all-time lows there. Oh no. So obviously heading downwards. We can mark our next major support there. And yeah, I guess just wait for sell signals on this one. Okay, wow. Nice little buy signal there. Okay, this is what we've been waiting for. So gold's pulled back to a nice weekly, excuse me, nice weekly level there. I've got to double check this one. Yeah, it is. It's a fairly decent level. So because this formed on Friday, and it's a fairly low range candle, right? So what I recommend is you basically take breakout orders of this and wait till after the US session occurs on Monday. Don't trade this during US. Don't trade this on Monday during the London or the Asia session. I'd probably wait, catch those breakouts of those highs after the US session has opened, because we could potentially get a fake out here, and we could get a bit of noise on Monday. It's quite common, especially with things like gold. So that's such a nice little reversal signal there. I don't really like the candle that much. I mean, it's a little small in range. It's mediocre, but the location and the structure of the market here and everything is looking pristine. So yeah, if we can catch a move out of that, I mean, we could potentially be riding it up to that next major structure level there. So there's a lot of reward potential on the table here if the trade does work out. And I guess being a small ranged setup, it will actually give you a tight stop as well. And silver actually blowing up a lot more enthusiastically than gold was there. So we can see there's a very strong bullish outside candle there, right off the mean. You can see this market is clearly bullish, riding that mean value there, and yeah, that's a decent buy signal. We just need to, I mean, ideally we'd want to get retracement entries on that because it's a little bit thick in the range there, but we just need to clear out these highs. Okay, but we're putting a lot of bullish pressure on that level, so I think we're going to see a break of that level. Let's have a look at the weekly chart. You can see the weekly chart, a lot of bullish pressure under that level there. I think it's like a volcano ready to pop there. Let's just flick through these charts. Let's clean up this garbage. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much going on here. I'm just going to flick through. If I see anything interesting, then I'll point it out. But potential area here for a strong sell signal. A good area here for a strong buy signal. Yeah, we did talk about this actually. This was the chart of the day. We have a inside candle here. It did break, but the breakout failed or faded. But you'd potentially still be in that trade. Okay, but I still think it's got the potential to pop higher. If you didn't take this trade, oh excuse me, yeah, if you didn't take this trade and you're still in it, the potential to move higher, I still think is there. So any breaks of these highs could kick off a decent move there. EuroCAD, we had a nice little sell signal there. I've seen you guys talking about that. So it was a little candle. I wasn't really too interested in it, but I know some of you guys, jumped on it, and that would have been very nice for you. Aussie CAD, this is one I took. I only just took a break out of the low and stop above the high. I'm actually aiming for about down here, trying to get about 1 to 4 there. So I'm trying to ride that out, but I hope it doesn't slingshot back the other way. We could be picking up off higher lows there, so I've got to be careful. There's a bit of a level there as well. So we'll have to see. I may have to cut that. Um, New Zealand dollar CAD, we had two sell signals off that level. One got stomped out by a bigger one, but we're not seeing too much in terms of bearish continuation. Actually, we had a very strong bullish move at the end of the week there. So yeah, I'll probably pass on this market. Nothing to do here. It's just conflicting signals basically. We're not looking at that. Okay, that's basically broken higher again. We could probably extend that across just back into consolidation. Look for buy signals obviously on pullbacks. Again, buy signals on pullbacks. Reaching a critical level here actually. Looks, I've got it marked, so it must be important on the weekly chart. Yeah, so yeah, so okay, I guess we could potentially see a sell opportunity here, but the market's very strong at the moment, so we've got no reason to sell unless some ginormous sell signal forms there. Then I would avoid doing that. Otherwise, buy on pullbacks. And yeah, that looks a little messy. Potential resistance there. Like the same story. If you get a big sell signal, sell it. Otherwise, look for buy. This one is a very rough market at the moment, hanging around that trend line structure there, but obviously looking a little weak at the moment. So any decent sell signals that may form here could be a good opportunity. And then this market tends to be really tight and then just blows up when it does move. So it's kind of that. You could get stuck in a bad trade, or you could actually catch a really good move here. Just make sure your setup's good. Pound Swiss franc, look, very nice location there. So look to buy there, that little hot spot there. And oil's got a squeeze pattern again. So let's mark that out. Let's neaten that up a bit. Come on. So we've got a nice little squeeze pattern forming there. Potentially, I don't know. Could we say it's already broken out? Let's be more conservative with it. We'll do it like that. So obviously a squeeze pattern there, and you know, obviously we're biased to breakouts to the upside, but obviously with these squeeze patterns, anything can happen, right? So we're at a pretty interesting location because we've broken through a neckline. I won't go over it again, but we've got a neckline over an inverted head and shoulders pattern on the weekly chart. So we've actually broken through and we've stalled at this critical area, this critical decision point. Are we going to continue breaking out, or is this just a failed, breakout move of this overall bullish pattern? I think we're going to see upside movement, and if we do see a bullish breakout here, then I think oil's probably going to be a bull market for 2017 because this is a really critical area, like very critical. So we'll see what happens with that. And obviously, what's going on here? That is, I've got another squeeze pattern here, so we will highlight that out. Just make sure we encapsulate the whole lot of the consolidation there. And again, yeah, very critical area there. Look at this chart. I mean, we've just now broken into high highs, okay, on the weekly chart after this inverted head and shoulders pattern. Broken through this range as well. I mean, all the bullish indicators would have been just, needles would have been moving to the bullish side. So if we do get that break out of that squeeze pattern there, I think we're going to see a pretty aggressive move to the high side there. So just waiting for that breakout candle. And if you mark the consolidation like that, the battle station will let you know, okay, when a breakout occurs. S&P, my prediction came true there. We did get a breakout. I put that as the chart of the day. We got one thrust up there, but we didn't get much continuation through the week, which is not such a bad thing because if we're not long on this already, here is a really, really key spot for us to look for buy signals. We can try that touch trading strategy I told you about where we can just try and buy off that level because it's obviously a very clear, obvious level there. We could potentially just put a buy limit on. And put our stop, down here or something like that. use the panel, to just try and catch that bounce, maybe move to break even or move to 1-to-1. Sorry, move to break even when we hit 1-to-1 or something like that. But otherwise, just wait for a sell signal. What's wrong with my brain today? Watch for a buy signal as the market retraces back into that area. Okay, this is all-time highs now, and the market's broken out of this consolidation structure. So usually that is a very strong bullish indicator. And the Dow also did the same thing for us. All right, so to extend that across, there's our breakout. Okay, again, any pullbacks into that structure there, we can apply the same strategy, but it does look like we're going into another bull run. And we've got some other markets here. These are just more like testing charts. Whoa, what happened here? My goodness, there's a lot of crap on that. I think I was potentially doing some back testing or something there. Anyway, let's close that down so it does not look good. Anyway, that's it. Oh, there's more. What's happening here? Here's an old indicator that I pulled out. I built a little prototype to actually build a US dollar index of my own from the chart data, and this is what I come up with. So we've got gaps in the history in that. I think that's because some of the pairs we're using in the index don't have the history there, so it gaps out. But yeah, this is my Frankenstein version of the US dollar index, so it's looking pretty bullish right now. That's a daily chart as well. So okay, let's close these out. Oh, excuse me. Sorry for yawning. Alright, clean that up. Okay, that's it for this week. So a lot of areas really to be watching for buy signals and things like that. And yeah, that gold signal looks very interesting. But again, I would encourage you to just wait for the US session. Okay, wait for the US session. You can trade it however you like, but I would caution trading it, especially in the Asia session. And Monday is not really known for very strong breakouts on gold either. So yeah, all right. So that's it for the commentary this week. Check out the tools if you want, and I'll continue with my work here. You guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you back for trading next week in the chat room.